Okay. So participants, I'm just going to share my slides. I hope it's visible to all.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
It's fine, ma'am.
So I'm Dr. Pooja Nagpal and I'm going to present today mentoring and counseling in higher education. Okay. So before starting the topic, the term mentoring and counseling both are sort of same terms, but we'll start with the definition of mentoring. As its name suggests, mentoring, that means we are providing guidance, or we are providing supervision to someone. So mentoring is a supportive and developmental relationship between an experienced individual, that will be a mentor, and a less experienced one, that will be a mentee, aimed at personal and professional growth. As we know that we have used two terms, mentor and mentee. Mentor, that means experienced individual, that means he or she may be a teacher, and less experienced one, a mentee, that may be the student. So, and what is the definition for counseling? Counseling involves providing guidance, support, and advice to individuals, helping them navigate academic, personal, and career challenges, basically. So, as we go through more of the slides, we came to know that what is the difference between mentoring and counseling. But now I'm presenting in reference to both of the terms of mentoring and counseling. So, what is the importance of these terms, mentoring and counseling in higher education, basically? So, mentoring and counseling play a crucial role in enhancing students' success, well being, and academic achievement in higher education. We can consider it as a goal of mentoring and counseling, that we are achieving student success. Basically, the main goal is to achieve student success and well being and academic achievement in higher education. So, what are the purpose of these two terms, mentoring and counseling? Basically, three main objective, or we can consider it as a goal of these two terms, that is academic support, career guidance, and personal development. So that is the basic goal, academic support. We were talking about two terms, mentoring and counseling. So academic support goes more to the mentoring term, as a mentor who will be the teacher of the student. So he is going to provide that academic support. In which way, I would like to discuss. So providing guidance on coursework, study strategies, and academic planning to enhance student performance. Basically, in which way a teacher can provide academic support or guidance in the form of coursework. He can provide some strategies and techniques. He can provide some kind of resources to the students. He can provide academic planning resources, like you can provide videos, links, and tools, etc. For working purpose. And you can provide even handwritten notes. You can provide even digital notes to enhance student performance. So that comes more under the mentorship program, and it is relevant to the mentor better than the counselor approach. So career guidance, assisting students in exploring career paths, setting goals, and developing skills necessary for their future profession. Now, this career guidance it always comes under both of the term mentoring and counseling. But what happens that counseling, more you can say professional, they are skilled person for the guidance purpose to the students. So career guidance comes more under the counselor activity. Even your mentor or your teacher can also provide the same career guidance, but there is some constraint for the same. So that objective basically come under your counseling term. So personal development, this term comes under both of the counselor and the your mentor. So what it is providing, fostering personal growth, self awareness, and resilience, helping students navigate challenges and effectively. Nowadays you may aware that there are many mental health issues and challenges to the student. They can't handle the peer pressure. So for this purpose, personal development is also necessary. So there are some types of mentoring also. We would like to discuss about types of mentoring, that is peer mentoring, faculty student mentoring, and alumni mentoring. What about peer mentoring? As its name suggests, involves pairing students with peer who provide support, share experiences, excuse me, and offer guidance on academic and personal matters. A peer, that means in what we do in this peer mentoring, we are just creating a peer, and peer may involve senior, juniors, and diverse culture people. That means it is not always necessary that you are just creating a peer from a single class or same year. You may have different people in that. There may be first year student, second year student, final student also, and there may be condition that you can also take student from different department also. For example, in institution they are running fashion department, they are running law department, there may be many students, depends upon the institution policy. You can go for peer mentoring by creating a peer with different department also. And next one is faculty student mentoring, establishes a mentorship relationship between faculty members and students, focusing on academic and career development. Basically, this is the basic approach the institution and universities are following. That is faculty student mentoring. There is a one mentor for each 25 students. That is the basic ratio, which is mentioned by the UGC. So faculty or your mentor is providing guidance to the rest of the student, and it is basically based on the same class approach. If there is a mentor for first year student, okay, suppose there are 50 students, so there will be two group, or you can say you can create two sections, section 1, section 2, each having with 25 students. That is faculty student mentoring approach. Some kind of form is prepared, performa is prepared, and students are supposed to fill that performa, and there is discussion of problems. That is faculty student mentoring system. Next one is alumni mentoring. Connect student with a successful alumni who offers insight, advice, and networking opportunities related to their field of study. Basically, alumni are those person who have already passed out from that institute. Now they are working somewhere and they are providing their experiences and their networks. They are helping their juniors to get the job. So that is alumni mentoring. That is also part of a curriculum of almost every institution and university, because as per UGC norm, it is very much essential for the same. Now, why do we need mentoring? That means benefits of mentoring. So first, you can say objective is improved academic performance. Okay, what is the basic purpose of performing mentoring? That we need to improve academic performance of the student. Mentored students often achieve higher grades and have higher retention rates compared to their non-mentor peers. There are too many case studies which can prove us that students who are taking mentorship program are performing better in academics as well in other areas also, while students who are not taking any mentorship, their performance is low. So next one is increase retention rates. Mentorship fosters a sense of belonging, reducing attrition rates and increasing students' likelihood of completing their degrees. That is the biggest, you can say, benefit of mentoring. I have heard that in many institutes, students who are performing some kind of course, and after 1 year or even one semester, they are supposed to drop that thing, because there may be any issue. They are not able to handle peer pressure. They are not they have developed some other liking for other course also. There may be many reasons. So there are challenges also. But students who are taking mentorship program, who are taking counseling, so retention rate is increased just because of this mentoring. So that in this case, you can say that is the biggest benefit of mentoring. So career advancement, as we have discussed in alumni referral program. So career advancement links to that program. Mentor students are better equipped for post-graduation success with improved job placement rates and enhanced employability skill. One is alumni career references there. Second one is your counselor and your mentors are always there to guide through your uh, career options. So career advancement is also a benefit for mentoring. Characteristics of effective mentors: knowledgeable in the field. So there is a characteristic, excuse me, yeah, knowledgeable in the field. So you can say there is a characteristic of every mentor that he or she should be very much knowledgeable in the field. You will not be able to guide any student unless until you are not having that particular knowledge of that area. So you need to collect that area. You can say that that will be the training phase of every mentor. So possessing expertise and experience in the mentee's field of study or career path. Good communicator, demonstrating strong communication skill to convey information, provide feedback, and listen effectively. I will add on one thing into that. A good communication is a, you can say, good characteristic of effective mentor, but listening capability is very good approach of any effective mentor, because I've seen that many people, or you can say many teachers, are there just to say, to give lectures. But if you have that patience and if you have that listening capability, then your students would be very, or you can say your mentee would be very comfortable to work with you. They would be able to express their feelings and express their things if you are a good listener. So I will just add on this thing, patience and listener in good communicator. Next is empathetic and supportive, showing understanding and empathy and encouragement to help mentees overcome challenges and reach their goals. That is the, you can say, emotional skill of every mentor, that if you are supportive and if you can feel the grief of the students, if you are feeling the if you're understanding the emotion and thinking of the students, it will be very helpful for you to deal with the students, and students will be very comfortable with you with this approach. Now the question, how to establish a mentorship program. First of all, we would like to discuss about the goals. What is your goals? Define clear objectives and outcomes for the mentorship program, aligning them with the institution's mission and student needs. Basically, there are different needs for institution and missions. Even student needs are different, missions need is different, and institution are asking for something else. You need to integrate all these things and need to create a mentorship program. As we have discussed, all these benefits are basically goal of any mentorship program. So you need to create, you need to define a clear object, what you want from this mentorship program. Is this a success of student, or job placement, or good mental health of students? So you need to define objectives or goals of that program. Identify participants. Okay, as per norms of UGC or other government agencies, that you need to provide mentorship program to all of the students. Here, identify participants mean you need to categorize student on some basis. Okay, for that you need to create some factors. For example, uh, select mentors and mentees based on compatibility, shared interest, and complementary strength and area for development. So these are some factors: compatibility, shared interest, and complementary strength. For example, if we will discuss about the fashion department, so all fashion student will come under a single mentorship program. We were discussing that in peer participant, you can just bring student from multidisciplinary departments and create a pre-peer. But if you are going to create a mentorship program, the best approach would be if you are putting a students in a single peer with a shared interest. That will be the best approach for identifying participants. So you need to create some factors to create that peer. Next is training mentors. Provide mentorship training to equip mentors with effective communication, active listening, and mentoring techniques. Experienced mentors and counselors don't have any need to get trained, but in case of freshers, so it happens that you need to train mentors. So we'll talk about now counseling activities, that role of counselors in higher education. What is the first role? Academic advising, personal and emotional support, and career counseling. As we have discussed in mentors also, that we are going for some academic guidance, here also academic advising. But there is a difference between two approach. Okay, now I will tell you what is the difference. Counselors and mentors. Counselors are basically more professional people and skill based people who are there to just provide the counseling for the things. But in case of mentors, mentors are also teacher. Additionally, they have taken the responsibility of mentorship but they are not that skilled, but still we are providing some kind of training to those mentors, because in every institution there may be possible that there is not any counselors or not any counseling department. So their mentors are providing those facility which are provided, which are supposed to provide through counselors. Okay, but in counselors terms, counselor are just providing counseling activities. Those are mentioned here. That is academic advising, assist students in course selection, degree planning, and navigating academic policies to ensure timely progress towards graduation. Now, what is the difference between the existing academic guidance with the mentors? In here, academic advising. Now, counselors are providing academic policies, degree planning, all these things, a way to get through the degree. But in mentorship program, what were they were doing? They were providing resources, notes, etc. That is the difference between two approach. Next one is personal and emotional support. Provide a safe and confidential space for students to discuss personal challenges, mental health concerns, and well-being. Both were doing the same task, but now here counselors are equipped with skills and some strategies, and even tools are there for the same. So they are more skilled and professional. They can do their job better than the mentor in this case. Career counseling offer guidance on career exploration, jobs search strategies, resume building, and interview preparation to enhance employability. As we have discussed, that counselors are more professional, so they can provide better career counseling in this term. Now, what are the importance of counseling services? So, mental health support offer counseling services to address mental health issues, stress management, anxiety, promoting overall well-being. Have discussed that they are already equipped with some tools and strategies, so they can handle it better than the mentors, but they are facing challenges as they are not teaching students, so it is always difficult to get comfortable with the students and let the students to talk with. So there is always challenges with this. So stress management, provide techniques and resources to help students effectively manage academic pressures and life stresses. Crisis intervention, offer immediate support and resources for students facing emergencies, crises, or difficult situation. They can handle it better than mentors because they are equipped with the same, and they are ready for every type of situation. All of you, my slides are visible. I'm just changing slides. Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So challenges in mentoring and counseling. I have discussed earlier that there are too many challenges in this. Now we are going to discuss about these challenges. We would like to start with communication barriers. Effective communication is essential in mentoring and counseling, but language barriers, misinterpretations, or differences in communication style can pose challenge. So I can discuss a use case with this communication barrier. University I'm teaching with, there are many foreign students also. There was one student with the Nigeria, and he was not able to even understand English. In my counseling session, in my mentoring session, basically, they were all foreign students. I was discussing their problem. One student was keep quiet, and I asked him many questions, but he was not able to even answer. Then one of his friend just told me that, ma'am, he is not able to understand even English. Then I asked, how will you write exam paper? That is just first semester. He was saying, I will write in French. So that kinds of communication barriers also. So for this, we need to find solution for the same. Next one is balancing academic and personal life. Students often face the challenges of juggling academic responsibility with personal commitment, making it important for mentors and counselors to help them find a healthy balance. Diversity and inclusion. Ensuring that mentoring and counseling programs are inclusive and culturally sensitive is crucial. Addressing the diverse needs and backgrounds of students require thoughtful consideration. Okay, diversity and inclusion. I can also discuss a use case for the same diversity. I was having my lecture on Friday. I've noticed that some of the Momden students, I think 7 to 8 students were Momden, and they were absent on the same day. Then I asked some one day that why you people don't attend my Friday's lecture. They said, "Ma'am, we do have some ritual called, I think, namaz on Friday, and we have to perform that ritual, so we can't attend that lecture." So I respect those things, and I talk to authorities, and they have just freed that lecture particular slot for that ritual. So we, as a being a mentor, you need to attend the diversity, and if you are feeling that there can be solution for the same, include in your curriculum. Next one is time constraint. Both mentors and counselors may have limited time. Excuse me. Yeah. Both mentors and counselors may have limited time to dedicate to individual students. Finding efficient ways to provide support within these constraints is important. For, we can say, faculty student mentorship program, there is a time slot allotted for students and mentor. So there will not be any issue for time constraint, but in case of other mentorship program, we need to create a program or schedule for that purpose also. So what are the strategies for overcoming challenges? We do have solution for the same. Whatever challenges we have faced, we do have solution for the same. So effective communication techniques, actively listen to understand the mentee's perspective. Okay, so due to you can say cultural differences, or there may be too many differences. Some students are from North India, some students are from South India, some students are from East. So there may be some communication differences, there may be some cultural differences. So a mentor need to understand the mentee's perspective to get to overcome the challenge. Use clear and concise language to convey information and instruction. Foster an open and non-judgmental communication environment. So that is the most important part, non-judgmental communication. Most of the students are facing that issue. They are not being comfortable, they are not able to discuss their problem because they are thinking that everyone would be judgmental. So you need to create that environment that should be clear with non-judging communication. You need to create that non-judgmental environment so that students can be able to speak their issues and all other things. Providing resources and referrals. Offer access to resources such as tutoring service, mental health resources, and academic workshops. Okay, so how you can provide these resources? Being a mentor, there must be some kind of department in your psychology department or other department, also counseling department. You can give reference to that department. You can send them some kind of workshop. Even you can conduct your own workshop. Depends upon that. But if you are counselor, so you don't have any need to create something because it's your task to provide counseling. You, and that is part of your curriculum, to create workshop and to provide resources for mental health services, like that. So establish partnership with relevant campus department or external organization for additional support. So I can give you example for the same. If we are talking about additional support, an external organization, many MOUs are signed for institution and for universities that are providing academic support and other supports also, hands-on experience or other experience are also for the same. So already universities and institutions are doing the same, but as a mentor you can also provide, for example, your student is doing some kind of research and you don't have at that particular lab facility or tools, so you can contact some other research institute or government resources to just grab that opportunity and provide your students that lab facility. So cultivating inclusive environments, promote diversity and inclusion training for mentors and counselors to ensure they are equipped to address the unique needs of all students. Basically, sometimes even after training, you need to get experience for the same experience. When you are dealing with your mentees and your students, you will get experience, and with that experience you will know to cultivate inclusive environments. So create spaces where students feel comfortable discussing their backgrounds, experience, and challenges. You need to create that environment in your class. Okay, and that will be teach you in your training session, and unless it will even come with your experience also. So now, till now, we were discussing about how to create a mentorship program. Now that is a structured mentorship program. That is an inbuilt program. What we need to do this, a structured mentorship program is a formalized system designed to facilitate meaningful relationship between experienced mentors and less experienced mentors. It follows a predefined framework with clear objective and guidelines. Now, what are the key component of this structured mentorship program? Clear objective. Define specific goals and outcomes that the mentorship program aims to achieve. These objectives may include academic support, career guidance, and personal development. It's always not necessary that you have created your mentorship program with a single objective. There may be a single objective, there may be many objective, but you need to create that. For example, if you are talking about that student faculty mentorship program, you can just give you a clear objective that it is for academic support. You are going to provide in case of mentor, I'm talking about, you are going to provide notes, you are going to provide resources, you are going to provide syllabus, coursework, etc. So that is clear objective or your structured mentorship program. But in case if your student is in final year and is just looking for some internship and for job, and he wants to pursue his study or anything else, so you can provide a clear objective that it is for career guidance. Okay. And in case of personal development, sometime it happens that you are feeling that some of the students are, your recession rate is increased, and some students are dropping their studies, and some students are not well. So you have created your mentorship program just for counseling purpose, for their mental health betterment. So objective is clear. It may happen that you have created your mentorship program all of the three objective. It may happen. So next is role assignment. Clearly delineate the roles and responsibilities of both mentors and mentee. This includes outlining expectation for communication, meeting frequency, and the nature of the support provided. For example, if your mentor is a new or a fresher, you can define some role for the same, what you are supposed to do while you are going to do the counseling or mentoring session. Okay. Same for the students also, because suppose your students are in first year program and they haven't heard about this activity mentorship program. So you need to specify that you have to be here at this time slot in this room for mentorship program. What will be discussed? If you want to discuss some academic stuff, you are more welcome. If you are looking for some career guidance, if you are looking for some resume writing tips, then you need to be specify in that assignment. Next one is mentor selection criteria. Establish criteria for selecting mentors considering factors such as experience, expertise, compatibility with mentees, and willingness to commit to the program. For example, this is the responsibility of institution to select mentor selection criteria, to decide on which criteria who will be the mentor of this class or who will be the mentor of this peer, and depends upon the institution. So there are some factors for the considering the same. For example, we can consider that for final year students, some experienced faculty, or you can say mentor, should be there who is having more knowledge of different career options. Okay, that may be one of the factor on which they are going to decide the criteria for mentor selection. Next one is training and orientation. Mentor training. Provide mentors with training session or workshop on effective mentoring techniques, active listening, provide constructive feedback, and understanding the needs of the mentees. Next is mentee orientation. Offer an orientation session for mentees to familiarize them with the program's objective, expectations, and available resources. Basically, this mentee orientation is for new students, because final year students are already just like we are just doing orientation for first year students. Same is the concept for the mentee orientation. You can include this one point with the overall orientation. So establishing clear communication channels. Regular check-ins. Schedule consistent and structured check-in meetings between mentors and mentee. This may be monthly, bi-weekly, or as determined by the program. I've seen many university, this is just done weekly. So feedback mechanism, implement feedback loops to allow mentee to provide input on their mentorship experiences. This information helps fine tune the program for future iteration. Feedback mechanism is like that, uh, depends upon the your mentee. Okay, feedback mechanism is for two-way basically. We are asking feedback from your mentors also. We are asking feedback from your mentees also. So regular check-ins and feedback. Schedule regular meetings or check-ins between mentor and mentees to maintain consistent communication. Encourage mentees to provide feedback on the mentorship process to identify areas for improvement. Okay. It may be, I've just discussed that in mentorship program, if you structure a mentorship program, there may be some performer in which teachers are also filling, your mentor is also filling that form, and your students are also filling. It may be in digital form also, Google form also. So there may be possibility you have in which way you have created that feedback form. So importance of regular check-ins. Regular check-ins are scheduled meetings between mentors and mentees to maintain consistent communication and monitor progress towards established goals. These interactions are crucial for building trust, addressing challenges, and providing ongoing support. So I can give you example that in first year I have just addressed a first year student. I was a mentor of first year student. In my first meeting, I didn't discuss any issues, or because I need to build some kind of you can say I need to just build some kind of support for me, why students are trusting me or not. So what I've discussed, I've just talked to them for 1 hour and created a list for the student, provided academic calendar, academic syllabus for each of the subject, just normal talk. In 2 to 3 classes we have just done the same. In fourth or fifth classes, now we have discussed about the issues, because students are now able to trust. So that is the importance of regular check-ins. Frequency and format depends upon the university, how much frequency they want and what type of format they are just providing to the students. So determine the frequency of check-ins based on the preferences and availability of both mentors and mentees. These meetings can be conducted in peer. So goal setting and action plans. Collaborate with mentees to set specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound SMART goals. As can I tell you that use case, what I was doing in my mentoring session. In the start of the mentoring session, I was discussing that what I would like to discuss today. I would ask for your problems. I would be giving I would be discussing about any particular subject. If you are facing an issue, we'll discuss about that. And about any infrastructure issue, if you are facing an issue, we will discuss about that. So in every mentor session, I was discussing about in initial period that what will be my goals, and other things also we were talking about things, but I was specifying my goals. So develop action plans outlining steps to achieve these goals and track progress over time. So importance of goal setting is a crucial process that helps mentees clarify their objective, stay motivated, and track progress towards academic and career aspirations. So what are components of effective goal? What should be there to create your goals? Specific, clear, defined, provide clear direction and focus. Now, what is the purpose of? I have discussed that what is the importance of goal setting. Now, what is the purpose of this goal setting? Students should be very clear, otherwise they will consider as waste of time. Okay, if you are going to mention that these are the goal, why we are doing this mentoring session, you need to be specify this goal. Otherwise, student will just in next mentor session, students will not be there. So components of effective goals: specific, we have discussed; measurable, establish criteria to measure progress and success. Okay, there is a depends upon the format of that feedback form, or you can say normal performer for mentorship program. So in my form, there was a column that whether your problems are solved or not. What remarks? What would you do for that problem? Okay, so that kind of measurable thing. So achievable, ensure the goal is realistic and attainable within the given resources and time frame. For example, some students just gave me the program, gave me the thing that they want to go for fun trip, so once in a month. So that was not achievable thing, so I need to discuss with this student also. So you need to even judge by yourself that is it achievable or not. And relevant, align the goal with the mentee's overall academic and career aspirations. Time bound, set a specific deadline or timeline for achieving the goal. For example, some student complained about the syllabus not completed in the time duration. So I was specifying that within 1 or 2 hour I will just solve your problem. So I was time bound for that particular specific activity. So collaborative goal setting, mentor and mentee should work together to identify and set goals that reflect the mentee's interest, strength, and areas of development. So, what are the best practices in counseling? These are the three best practices: confidentiality and trust, cultural sensitive approaches, incorporating technology for accessibility. Confidentiality and trust is a cornerstone of mentor-mentee relationship. It means that information shared between the mentor and mentee is kept private and not disclosed to other without explicit permission. Okay, whenever you are a mentor and you are discussing in the peer, it is always you are facing that some of the students are not able to talk to you personally. In the last, I was discussing that okay, I will be available at this time. Who those who want to talk to me personally, they can come there. So students want to share their private things and data, and they want to just maintain that confidentiality with me. So we need to provide these things also to students. So building trust through confidentiality, when mentees feel assured that their discussions and concerns will be held in strict confidence, it fosters trust. This trust is essential for open and honest communication. Okay, it happens, students are basically coming with their problems. They don't want to even share with their parents, and they don't want to share it with their friends also. So they just want that trust factor there. You need to provide that trust thing. So reinforcing trust, consistently upholding confidentiality demonstrate the mentor's commitment to the mentee's well-being and creates a safe space for open dialogue. This trust is the foundation for a productive and supportive mentorship. Cultural sensitive approach. I've already given many examples for the same thing, culturally sensitive approaches. We would like to discuss some theoretical approaches for the same. What is cultural sensitivity? Refers to the awareness, respect, and consideration of diverse cultural backgrounds, beliefs, and practices. It acknowledges the importance of recognizing and valuing individual difference. So why it matters? Because there are too many diverse people who are having diverse background, cultural backgrounds. They are coming to your institute. Okay, you need to respect them all. So the importance of the same is here. In a diverse higher education environment, acknowledging and respecting cultural differences is essential for creating an inclusive and supportive mentorship experience. So, what are the key principles for the same? Open mindedness, approach each mentee with an open mind without making assumptions based on the cultural stereotypes. Okay, that is the biggest approach. You need to eliminate stereotypes for the same. If your student is from this region, that it will happen. If student is there for this region, you need to eliminate that stereotypes. So actively listening to the mentees experiences, perspectives, and challenges related to their cultural background. Respect for diversity, value and appreciate the unique strengths that diverse backgrounds bring to the mentorship relationship. We have already discussed about the patience listening, active listening, respect for diversity, adapting mentorship to cultural context. Recognize that different cultural backgrounds may influence the mentee's communication style, learning preferences, and career aspirations. Tailor mentorship strategies accordingly. There may be possibility that you have already chosen for the structured mentorship program, but as per students' need, you need to tailor that mentorship strategies. Okay. So avoiding cultural appropriation, be mindful of cultural appropriation ensures that mentorship practices are inclusive and respectful. rather than appropriating or exploiting cultural elements. So incorporating technology for the accessibility. How can we incorporate technology for the same? Enhancing accessibility through technology, virtual meetings with accessibility features, accessible content creation, training and support for technology use. For example, now AI have given us many tools, and you can just use these AI tools to create videos, to create any animations, to create. You can use this technology to work with accessibility. Evaluating mentorship program. Now what is how you can just evaluate that mentorship program? We have earlier discussed that feedback mechanism. So surveys and feedback mechanism are still there to evaluate any program. Tracking academic progress and achievement. We can say that students who are taking mentorship from this particular mentor are performing better and students are happier. So this can be also be method for evaluation of mentorship program. Success stories and testimonial. Oh, so mouth publicity always depends upon the student's mouth publicity. Students are saying that this mentor is very good and he or she has helped me a lot. This counselor approach is very good. So it depends upon the testimonials of the students. So surveys and feed mechanism, we have discussed about gather insight. That means to collect information. Okay. In any form, there may be some digital form, there may be some hard copy form for collecting that particular experience. Continuous improvement. Regular feedback allows for adjustments to be made, ensuring that mentorship program remains effective, relevant, and aligned with the needs and expectations of participants. Tracking academic process and achievement. How will you do that? Measure progress. Tracking academic progress provides a tangible way to monitor the mentee's growth, identify areas of success and potential challenges that may require additional support. Goal alignment. It ensures that academic achievement align with the mentee's established goals and objectives. I can give you one example for the goal alignment. If you're one of the student or your mentee is telling that, I just want to crack this particular CAT code, or I just want to go for GATE exam. He or she has mentioned their goal already. Now you are aware that student is interested in this particular goal. Just create a career path, or you can say guidance. You can provide a guidance performer for the same, and you can create that path for that particular student. So your guidance should be aligned with the student's goal. Success stories and testimonial inspire motivation, validate program effectiveness. Basically, we have already discussed about how you need to go through the testimonials that what they have done, they have created for you. So evaluating counseling services, utilization rates, student feedback surveys, outcome-based assessments. So what is utilization rate? Resource allocation. Monitoring utilization rates helps in allocating resources efficiently, ensuring that mentorship services and support are distributed where they are needed most. Basically, I've discussed that we were discussing in a slide that we need a criteria for mentor selection. So that comes under this resource allocation, which particular skilled mentor or counselor is needed in which area. So they need to specify the same. So identify trends. Analyzing utilization rates over time can reveal trends and patterns, allowing for adjustments to be made to meet changing demands and preferences. For example, if your experienced mentor or counselor is there and 10 years back, he or she was seeing some other guidance option. Nowadays, there are too many options in the field of AI, data analytics. Even a BTech students, there are too many options for the same. Even if he or she needs to start their own startup. So 10 years behind, and no one was thinking about the startup ideas. Now people are doing the same. So we need to identify that trend and we need to follow that trend. So mentor should always be aware those things. Student feedback survey, basically insight into experience and program enhancement. Basically students are providing feedbacks for the same. Are they happy with the thing? Are they happy with the counseling service? Are they happy with the mentoring, or are they getting proper attention? All these things, are they comfortable attending these sessions or not? So this kind of student feedback surveys, outcome-based surveys, assessments, measure impact, evidence of effectiveness. Outcome-based assessments evaluate the tangible impact of the mentorship program on students' academic performance, personal development, and overall success. But by focusing on measurable outcomes, assessment provide concrete evidence of membership programs' effectiveness, demonstrating its value to stakeholders and maker. For example, if your particular peer is performing very well, their academic performance is good, their other performance is also good, so that may be the proof for that mentorship program. So that can be proof as a evidence for the same effectiveness of that program. So what are the future trends in mentoring and counseling? Virtual mentorship and counseling, AI driven support system, integrating well-being and mental health activities. So virtual mentorship and counseling, that means as we were doing in the COVID time, we're just taking online classes. Even we were taking mentorship program through online mode. So that is virtual mentorship. AI driven support system, chatbots are there for different software. They can provide that mentorship things also, because everything is programmed there, but they are not that much efficient, I can say. But you can take just help for the same. Suppose if your mentor or counselor is not available, you can just give the basic information through AI system. So integrating well-being and mental health initiatives. As we have discussed that earlier, there was nothing like that mental health issues with students. We were just talking about the academic performances, or how students are performing. But nowadays, there is an integration of well-being with mental health activities, because students are not able to now handle these pressure or these emotional things and mental health issues. So if we are saying that a person is healthy, but his mental health should also be there for being a well-being, or for being a healthy person. So integration is always necessary for both. So what are the recommendations for implementation? Faculty training and development, collaboration with counseling centers, integration into curriculum. That means your workshops and your mentorship program, your counselor programs should be a part of your curriculum. Okay. In that curriculum, we are taking mentoring session, we are doing counseling. It will not only enhance academic performance, uh, it will enhance overall, you can say, reputation of institution also, and even well-being of students also. So we would like to discuss about case study of the same, the Big Brothers Big Sister program. That is the case study of United States. The Big Brothers Big Sister program is one of the oldest and most successful mentorship program in the United States. It pairs adult volunteers, that is bigs, and with children and adolescents, littles, that we are considering it littles, facing adversity. The program aims to provide positive role models and mentors to help young people reach their full potential. That means big brothers and big sisters are there for their little ones to guide them. Okay. So whatever were the key feature, that was a part of structured mentorship program. That means goals are already defined. Everything is defined, what need to be discussed, what will happen, like this. Long-term commitment. Oh, okay, it was like a long-term commitment. That means it will basically, in faculty mentorship program, we were just committed to a 1 year, or you can say for semester, 6 month semester. So we were just committed for that. But in that commitment, long-term commitment, it may be 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, depends upon their structure. So regular checks-ins and support. So what was the impact and success? Improved academic performance, enhanced social and emotional well-being, long-lasting relationship. Basically, that were the impact and success considered for this case study. But the biggest success was enhanced social and emotional well-being. Because the bigger one, there is not always necessary that they are able to help in academic way. Okay. But in social and emotional well-being, benefit was the biggest here, long-lasting relationships. So there is one more case study for India Fellowship Program, that was Teach for India Fellowship Program. So the Teach for India Fellowship Program is a prominent educational initiative that aims to address educational inequity in India. It recruits and trains young professionals and recent graduates to teach in under-resourced schools for 2 years. The program provides a structured mentorship and counseling framework to support these fellows in their mission to provide quality education to children in low-income communities. Okay, that case study was a quite a different from mentorship and counseling program, but it comes under this mentorship program because it was a government initiative and they are providing some kind of training to that young professional. Okay, so what were the key features for the same? Comprehensive training and support, experienced mentors, that means city teams. Okay, that was on a huge level, we can say. It was a structured mentorship and also it was a long commitment. So community and peer support. You can say mentors were a city team and peer support was there. Who was already trained, they were training the rest one, the younger one. So what was the impact and success? Academic gains for student, long-lasting impact, empowerment of marginalized communities. Okay, so we were not talking about here that emotional well-beings and etc. That specific goal was for academic gains for students. They were learning some professional activities and they were getting hands-on experience for the same for empowerment basically. So there is one more India-based case study. So this case study examines Project Saksham. You may have heard about this, a mentoring and counseling initiative implemented by the non-profit organization that was Pratham Education Foundation in partnership with the Indian Institute of Technology, Delhi. Project Saksham aims to bridge the gender gap in STEM. That's S stands for science, T stands for technology, E stands for engineering, and M stands for maths education by providing mentoring and counseling support to adults and girls from underprivileged communities in India. So what was the background for the same? Despite significant process in education access for girls in India, a persistent gender gap exists in STEM fields, social norms, lack of role models, and limited guidance can discourage girls from pursuing STEM education and careers. So Project Saksham was established to address these challenges and empower girls to embrace STEM opportunities. So what was the program design? Mentorship, IIT Delhi students volunteers as mentors basically. So they undergo training in communication, gender sensitivity and strategies to encourage girls' interest in STEM subjects. Mentors meet with their mentees regularly to provide academic guidance, career exploration support and role model representation in STEM fields. Now here there may be a cultural diversity. So students were trained, again I've discussed that training was for gender sensitivity and strategies to encourage girls' interest. So there may be some challenges also which we need to deal with in mentorship program. So counseling, Project Saksham offers access to trained counselors who address issues like anxiety, self-doubt, and social pressure that might hinder girls' pursuit of STEM education. So counseling session provide a safe space for girls to discuss challenges and receive emotional support. In exposure and activities, the program organizes workshops in science exhibition and field trips to research institutions and STEM companies. So these activities allow girls to experience the practical application of STEM fields and ignite their curiosity and passion for these subjects. So what was the evaluation? How they evaluated the project? Project Saksham has been running for several years with independent evaluation demonstrating positive outcomes. Increased interest in STEM. Survey shows a significant rise in girls' interest in pursuing STEM subjects after participating in the program. Improved academic performance. Mentees show better academic performances in science and mathematics compared to a control group. So enhanced confidence. Basically, they have just enhanced their confidence. Project Saksham reports a rise in girls' confidence level and their belief in their ability to succeed in STEM fields. Now, how they evaluate? There may be many methods that we have discussed in earlier context that there may be evaluation method, there may be anything. So they have just evaluated that confidence thing. Empowering role models. Mentorship by successful female STEM students provide inspiration and break down stereotypes for mentees. So what were the challenges? Reaching rural communities, expanding the program's reach to geographically remote areas with limited internet access and infrastructure remains a challenge. And what were the parental support? obtaining parental consent, and overcoming traditional gender roles that might discourage girls' participation in STEM requires community outreach and awareness campaigns. That was basically a biggest challenge for that, because most of the parents of poor community think that girls are they shouldn't send girls outside, girls should not be educated. There may be many reasons. So sustainability, securing long-term funding for program expansion and operation is crucial for sustained impact. So overall, what is the conclusion? Project Saksham demonstrate the transformative power for mentoring and counseling, fostering girls' interest and successful in STEM education in India. By providing dedicated support, role models, and exposure to STEM opportunities, the program empowers girls to challenge societal norms and pursue careers in this critical field. Basically, we can say that Saksham is the, you can say, most hit mentorship program of the Indian government. So, anything you want to discuss? If you want to ask any question, most welcome. Any question?